Okay, I think we're all set up. Welcome to Chi Talk. My name is Eli Cohen. Today we're going to talk about depression. It's a very, very appropriate topic. Is Qigong good for depression? What Chinese medicine has to say on this topic? And it's a very important topic because more and more, I just did some studies, researched it a little bit. It seems like more and more people using antidepressant, like in really high percentages, everywhere around the world. So I thought it'd be a very good topic to talk about, especially in this season. This season is a season that the lung qi is there's a problem with the lung qi. I'll talk about it a little bit more, but in Western medicine, we see it as a mental issue. But in Chinese medicine, we see it in a completely different way. And that might be kind of like a way to learn about how to go about it, how to educate ourselves about it, and what practices to involve to curb it off. And depression is something that everybody feels. It's like a human feeling, an emotion, a mental state, but we can get on and off of it. But we'll talk a little bit more about it and kind of shed a little light about it. So again, thank you for joining me. My name is Eli Cohen, medical Qigong practitioner, energy healing coach. And this is, I've been, teaching for over 10 years, thousands of classes, many, many workshops throughout the years. I've been really a fan of Chinese medicine and helped me to heal myself, helped me to heal my clients, students that I teach. So I'm really excited to share and to have this platform free and complimentary for everybody to tap into. So with that said, let's start with a little bit of a mindfulness practice, a beginning ceremony. And so let's, if you will, take a deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale all the way out, close your eyes and soften your body. And do this with the eyes closed now. So take a deep inhalation, slow and deep. And on the exhale, you're just softening. See that in the exhalation, you can soften muscular tension from the shoulder. Just put more attention into your physical posture. See that you're sitting, sitting erect, the crown lifted, the belly relaxed, the chest relaxed. Another breath like that. Inhale, slow and deep into the lower abdomen. And exhale slowly from the mouth. And let everything in the body calm down and relax, relaxing tension in the body. Noticing your body as you sit here on the chair. Feel the pressure that the body puts on the chair, on the earth. Acknowledge the space beneath you, the earth beneath you. Go deeply into the earth beneath you with your attention as you soften the body, as you're breathing deeply and slowly. The earth is your power. The earth is your power. You can inhale from the earth to empower yourself. And feel the body, feel the sensation in the body. Some area feel hot, cold, perspiration, throbbing, pain, numbness, tingling, buzzing sensation. whatever it may be. Expression of chi. And see, where is your emotional state right now as you sit here? Are you just feeling fine? Are you happy? Are you depressed? Are you feeling anger? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling, what is your emotional state and how strong it is? Embrace that state that you're in. And see how you are in your mind. Is you have a lot of thoughts running around, or is it pretty clear? Is it easy to focus? Are you feeling scattered? Your thoughts are creative and inspiring, or your thoughts are thoughts of worry or negativity? What thoughts, what type of thoughts your mind producing? So we observing ourselves from the outside, observing what the thoughts the mind producing, what the emotion are being sensed in the body, and the physical sensation in the body. Open to the aliveness of all these three categories: the mind, the emotions, the physical body. It seems like the body and mind works on its own. It works on its own. It generates its own thought, generates its own sensation and feelings. So as we kind of step out and look at ourselves of what's going on inside, look at, you know, you can call it your name, like look at Eli, what his mind producing, what his feelings producing, what his body's producing. From the outside, look at it. We can also feel compassion and love for that person, for you, for yourself, and all the different parts inside of you. Sending love to your heart, sending love to your brain, and compassion for everything that is going on in our life, for all the difficulties we endured, for all the beautiful things we experienced. Sending love to our liver that process stress, sending love to the kidney and the lower back, looking at them like a separate entity inside of you. Kidney processing fear and trauma. Sending love to your hands, to the toes, and bring to mind the memory of the kid inside of you. Just go back a few tens years back, 20, 30, 40 years back. At that kid that is you. And tell that kid that you're still taking care of him. See it laughing, see it excited about the world. That kid in the past that is you, and telling him that is still with you, and you're still taking care of him, and you love him. And feel your body, your whole form and shape of your body, with a sense of love and appreciation to this journey. Nice, and from here, let's slowly open our eyes. Beautiful. I hope everybody feels a little better. So depression is a big topic, and I just want to just get into it really quickly. In Chinese medicine, we see depression, and why are we talking about it in this season? Let's actually start with that. There's more prones for depression in the fall. In the fall, everything is falling. The leaves fall from the trees. The lung qi is falling. So there's more yin qi, there's more the cold, there's more dark, there's more yin energy. Yeah, there's more, the night is longer than the day. And people start feeling the yin energy, which is more cold, it's more depressed, and so there's people more prone to sadness and grief, and that's the time to actually go into that, to actually process it. I remember for me, my mother, she passed almost 2 years ago, but I grieved a lot, but, most recently I had dreams about her, and very sad dreams, and I was actually crying in the dreams. So, and it's time that everything kind of comes, the yin energy, everything is slower, things are colder, and the summer is over. And it's very, and people very easily fall into a sense of depression. Sadness and grief is fine, but also fall into a sense of depression. Now, depression in Chinese medicine is seen, there's many different types of depression. So it's being seen as stagnation of energy, as actually stagnation of energy in different organs in the body. So it could be initiated in the lungs, it could be initiated in the liver, it could be initiated in the heart, and that's a different type of depression. And if you go to a Chinese doctor, he would check what kind of depression it is, if you suffer that. So the one from the lungs is sadness or grief that has not been processed. So stagnation it could be healed from the body. And even though in Western medicine we see it as a mental issue, in Chinese medicine we see it as an organ-related issue, that it's usually things that has not been processed, like sadness or grief that has not been expressed out could lead into depression. Now, from the liver perspective, it's anger that has not been expressed out, can lead into depression, and that's a liver stagnation depression, and that would be more disempowerment. So if you're angry and things don't go your way and you don't like it, you don't have if you don't somehow, you don't express it out, you don't release it out, that turns into frustration, and frustration turns into depression. So that's a liver origin depression. And the way we heal it, I'll talk about the healing methods, but that's like a liver originated depression. And there's a depression from the heart, and the heart is joy and love, and usually like a breakup, a breakup could lead into depression. So that would be love that is unfulfilled, or a broken heart can lead into, if we don't mourn it, or we don't process it correctly emotionally, that could lead into depression. And depression means that the chi, the life force energy inside of the organ, is not flowing well. There's a stagnation of chi. So when we look at it from the body perspective, what we want to do is to move the chi in that organ. And there's a myriad of practices, that we do in order to move it, to actually revive the organ. What happened there's many practices in Qigong of how to deal with it. One of them that is very much related to emotional release is the sound healing technique. Yeah, the 6 different breaths. And we do it at night in Good Night Qigong. We do it at night because it's actually a medical Qigong prescription for releasing emotional tension before going to bed. It's cleansing the organ, cleansing the internal organs. So we do it with the 6 type of breath, a breath for each organ. So that's from the Qigong perspective. Also, light exercise is very important. And so we see it also as a diet. Yeah. So if you go to a Chinese doctor and there's like a liver stagnation depression, so that would be a person that suffers from more digestive problem, stress problem, whereas heart-related depression would be teamed with anxiety. So anxiety and depression, and we have a lot of this that go hand in hand, that's a yin deficiency. That's a yin deficiency. So a lot of people are suffering from that, from anxiety and depression that coexist side by side. And that's a yin deficiency. So actually, and the people that want to get out of it, they told them, oh, you're depressed? Go out, see friends, do things, exercise, it's all good, but it's not healing the root cause. So if you're talking about yin deficiency, you want to sit with you want to actually go into, you want to nourish yin energy. So if you go out and it's good to be out and exercise and do and have friends, and it definitely helps depression. But if you're afraid of going into the felt sense of what depression is, it's going to be a problem to heal it. So the first step to heal any emotional discomfort is to actually feel it in the body, kind of like what we did in this meditation, is to actually feel it, open to it, accept it, embrace it, to go to the uncomfortable, go to where you don't want to go, right, Edward? So so we all don't want to feel bad. We all don't want to feel angry. No one wants to feel, and we're trying to get out of it. And, and social media just aggravates the problem, because we go on social media and everybody's there having trips and going and having fun. But the reality is not like that. A lot of people have downtime, but all what we see in social media is the yang, is not the yin. We always see people happy, and I'm going to this trip and this trip, but life is yin and yang. There's ebb and flow, and it has to. And if we don't accept the lower part, we cannot experience the upper part. It's like if we don't sleep at night well, we cannot have a lot of energy during the day. And we have this thing in our society where we're trying to always put a smiley face, even if we don't feel good. Even if we don't feel good, we want to look like we are okay. the positive psychology, which is nothing wrong with it. It's good, but when we talk about especially the combination of anxiety and depression, it's seen as a yin deficiency. So you actually want to come inside, feel what you feel, experience it. Crying is very good, actually releasing. And diet is very important. So all these things are so really in Chinese medicine, we're seeing this as more of a body related thing that we can heal. And the most important thing, if we're talking about mental processes, is actually to experience it, to feel it, and the way to the practices would be related to the heart. So it would related to gratitude and love and self-love. That would be most important for depression, is to generate love, gratitude. So these are the practices that would be really helpful for depression. And in the fall, I always, I don't know if, but I said it a few times, do a smiling practice. A smile, when you smile, and tell a person that is depressed to smile, they can't, right? You cannot. But if you have a regular smiling practice, that you do it for 5 minutes in front of the mirror and loving yourself and appreciating yourself, that would really change your, because the brain doesn't know between a fake smile and a real smile, actually. There's a lot of studies on this. And the inner smile is a Qigong technique to actually strengthen your immune system. Depression is actually taxing all the organs in the body. And the way to combat it, the easiest way, is to generate self-love and gratitude and appreciation towards everything around you and towards yourself. So it starts with an internal practice, which is more yin. So if people, a lot of people that are depressed, they hate themselves, So as you go and make friends, so a lot of people go out and, let me tell you, I've been experiencing, like recently, this 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine committed suicide. Not a very close friend, but somebody I know. Yeah. So I'm very moved by this. And that person had many friends and did many trips, just even before he committed the suicide, just days before. And it was just amazing to see a person that is very social and very outgoing and outspoken and always on the move and exercising a lot, took his life. And so this is also what prompted me to talk about this topic and to talk about a more of a yin practice of self-love, of feeling where you are. And Qigong, meditation, like the meditation that we did, and Qigong practice, if you come to the classes, the night classes, the morning class, every class in Qigong, the healing, the self-love that we emit into our body, the way we hold a space for ourselves is very healing, is very important. And this is the way you heal. This is the way you can. So the heart would be the major organ to heal a sense of depression, and it starts from within. It starts from us, not from outside of us. It starts from us, especially if we're talking about the yin deficiency depression. So this is really, how Chinese medicine sees it. It sees it as a organ-related issue, as a stagnation of qi. And the way we move it is by exercising, by sound vibration, like I said, by meditation, self-love, starting from inside, starting from a place of gratitude, and this is how we can start healing depression. I just want to open it to. I have more things to say, but it doesn't come right now to me. But if maybe there's some question, it can support more this talk. Is there any question out there anybody wants to talk about, or yeah, Edward?
Yeah. So in one of your many classes that I was at the JCC, everything is chi, everything is energy. And you said to change your energy, get up on your toes and bang down on your heels. And that was a very interesting thing to me about, change, start jumping up and down, just go into a different space. And the funny thing is, and I tell you, serotonin abundant. I always, it's the smile during the last 2-3 years. I would say to people, by the way, I'm smiling, even though I have a mask on, I'm smiling at you. And it's just keep it simple, stupid. If you keep it simple, you'll ride through and make it all happen. But this is very, and I said, oh, do I really want to listen to this? I'm not a depressed person. I never get depressed. But, you said things that are really so interesting because you go into grief, when you lose somebody. And, we've all gone through some very serious losses in our lives. And it really is just go where you don't want to go, confront it to get rid of it. Put it out there in your vision, put it in it, and let it go. And it's funny, or not funny, but I'm dealing with my sister and my niece, and I know we're coming to the end. And I thought for decades, and maybe to the last few years, I couldn't handle that. And in the context of that, COVID showed up, and I said, well, you better get prepared. It's going to come. And as long as you put it out there and bring it to our consciousness, confront it, and then get rid of it, because it's just part of life.
Yeah. Thank you, Edward. Yeah. And thank you for adding some, the suggestion for practices. Yeah. And the in West Eastern medicine, wherever it is, a yogic tradition, Chinese, Taoist, we work with the framework of the body as to access the mind, to access the emotions. And we all know that when we feel good in our body, we feel good in our mind. If we feel good in our, so working in this way in Qigong, which is an internal practice, and I highly recommend doing it for. I know there's some people in the classes that really get a lot of benefit, and they do deal with depression. So for anybody out there, I think you should try it out, give it a chance. And I wish I could say it to the person that I knew before he committed suicide, but yeah. So thank you, Edward. Is there any other questions about this topic yet, Mark?
Well, number one, I can only remember 5 of the syllables. It's ha, sh, oo, and he. What am I leaving out?
I think you said all the 5, right?
But you had said 6 earlier.
Right. There's the triple warmer sound. So the HE is actually the triple warmer sound. Sometimes I do it for the kidney. The kidney is a
right.
CHU.
So, ha, ooh, he. What? That's 5. So there's only 5.
So no, the kidney is
Chew.
CHU. Yeah,
And so where's the he?
the triple warmer.
Oh, so okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I could swear you've been having us go he on the kidney, but
Yes,
shoot.
I did because we don't do the triple warmer.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I listen.
Yeah.
You know,
We do 5 sound usually in class, in the night class.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I may have never told you this, but I've been dealing with depression and hearing voices for 25, 30 years. And it's like schizoaffective bipolar depression type 2.
Mhm.
And I've been in good groups and bad groups. I've had good therapy and bad therapy. I've only ever had bad meds that did terrible things and never did what they were supposed to. I'm not doing those. I've pulled myself, I had a remission of 2 or 3 years and had a big thing last March. And this is why I threw myself so vigorously into my practice. And I practice the internal things. I concentrate on loving my intestinal and biota to generate specifically the serotonin to support that.
Mhm.
Just in my practice, I do my gratitude part and my internal smile. And I love I use proprioception because I know where my nose is. I know where my liver is. I know, and I send specifically the chi to the specific organs. I'm very glad that I have knowledge of anatomy so I can do this. And still hearing voices, but I have these tools for beating back the depression. And this is why I'm seeking employment now, because I've been disabled from this for so long. I was a bit shy about revealing it to you, 10 years ago, because what I read is that, Qigong doesn't welcome psychosis. And I'm not psychotic per se. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't harbor delusions. If I listened to the voices and accepted their programming, that would be delusional. But I know what reality is. So I just want to say this antidepressant of Qigong is so much better than any med. I just wish I had a group to practice with, and I'm so glad to have you and your students to practice with. It has been a godsend. I should have signed up years ago, but I've taken your lessons to heart and I use them every day, every night. I'm in the pool for an hour or a half hour for my absolute. When I do my introductory, my mid practice, and at the end I do a standing practice, and I concentrate on my Lagong points. This center doesn't activate. I activate from here to there is where I really feel it in my standing practice in the pool. So is the Lagong point the center of the palm, or is it here?
Is the center. Yeah, if you close your fist, the middle finger touches it.
Is there a significance of this area being lit up?
It's of course it's the end of the meridian. So yeah,
of the heart meridian.
Right.
Right, because I did that. I'm concentrating on the heart work. I inhale and I move all over the place. But so that's what I got to say. Thank you.
Mark, thank you so much. And I hope that people that needs to hear this can hear it, people that needs support and help. And, we know each other for a long time, Mark, since I begin to teach. I'm so glad that you come back and you started and you joined Chi Breaks and you're coming very regularly. And this was beautiful, beautiful to hear, and congratulations on, like, seeking work and getting on your feet, and this was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing
I
with
owe it all
everybody.
to your introduction.
Let's send Mark a big whoosh. Good energy send to Mark, or
Oh, you're
healing,
gonna make me
or
cry.
let's send him a good energy. Thank you so much. This is really, really great. And this is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful,
Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, of course. Thank you for sharing. I mean, it's just and it's very brave to come up on platform like that and to share openly. I just wanted to acknowledge you for that. It'd be hard for anybody else, and not for you. So it's just, of yourself, put yourself high on a pedestal because you deserve it. Thank you so much, Mark. This has been really beautiful sharing and very heartful sharing. And I hope this video is going to get out there, and people that need it can really watch it and feel empowered to change and transform their life, transform their state, their mental state, because you can. And so I think we should end it here with this powerful note from Mark. Unless somebody really have a question and wanted to get it done before we close. So let's go back into our meditation spot, into our internal energy, and kind of close it with a little bit of meditation. So if you will, just take a deep inhalation, hold the breath, and on the exhale, close your eyes and sink the body into the chair and find your ground. Find the earth. Is a balancing element beneath you. So whatever electrical charge you have in your body, just visualize that you can drain all that energy and the earth will take it. It's kind of like having a grounding, electricity, you have as the grounding cord. So yeah, just acknowledge the earth beneath you and discharge into the earth. Feel the density, the solidity, the vastness of the earth beneath you. And this is part of you. This is part of who you are. This is your yin energy. This is your self-confidence. This is your power, your strength, your cohesiveness of character comes from the earth chi. Earth has this ability to hold things together. To hold things together. It pulls things together. And we can, when we feel it connected to ourselves, we can pull ourselves into the dantian, into the center spot of our body. And from that center spot, visualize a beautiful sunset in front of you, where we can inhale that light from the sunset into the mid-eye point. Feel the warmth on your face and putting a light smile on your face. Just like standing in front of a beautiful sunset with a nice, gentle into your lungs. It's a soft smile. It's a gentle, and that softness, the quality of softness, of positivity, is sinking into the internal organs, rejuvenate, repair, yeah, the liver, spleen, kidney. Feel that kid that we talked about in meditation, that kid inside of you, that 10-year-old kid, this happy kid that is still inside of you. And smile to yourself, smile to your organs, smile to this kid. Nice, and from here, you can open the eyes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for this. So nice to get together and kind of feel good and feel kind of a sense of community. Everybody, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Mark, for adding so much to this talk. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Eli. Great
Thank
talk.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eli.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Breathe.